As I come up to the corner, the sound changes, the air changes, the light changes, and that's when I know I need to turn. Even if I can see the light, I still wait for that traffic sound because I can't see if the car is coming. This gives me a tactile. Anybody with vision loss, we feel it, we hear it, we know I want to come right onto that pad and be ready to step right onto the street, but I'm not going to get off of this pad. That's my safety zone. Hello. When I hear people say, but you don't look blind, I think of all the people that I know that have lost vision over time. Their eyes still track like a sighted person. They honestly don't look like they're blind, even though some of those folks really can't see a thing. And one of the things that all of us with fading vision experience is in bright light, early morning, late in the afternoon, bright sunny afternoons, we can't see a thing. So I can get on a bus on a sunny afternoon and all of a sudden, where I've been able to find a seat before, I can't do it because I honestly can't see through the glare. And the reality of blindness, of legal blindness, is it's a huge spectrum. Anywhere from me, who has a very, very small field of vision, but I see things very, very clearly, to people who have no vision at all, including light perception, and in between, there's a lot of in between, where some people may only have peripheral vision, or like me, central vision, or there are bits and pieces of their visual field that are missing, or they only see vague shapes. So blind is a huge spectrum that most people don't understand.
Blind Skills is an organization that helps provide very valuable training and guidance to those who have sight issues. And so they contacted us with the idea that perhaps we can improve communication, talk about some of the things that sight-impaired individuals have to deal with and have to try to overcome, and seek ways in which we as an organization can help them along those lines. So it's a way of improving communication and a way of increasing our ability to provide a good customer service.
One of the problems that blind people have all the time is that we're just this far away from being lost.
And you think, well, this is stupid. I shouldn't be lost. I should know where I'm at. But it's that momentary lapse when you forget to count blocks or forget to count steps.
And so, you know, sometimes it can be easier to say, I don't really want to do that. This is just something I avoid.
I wish that the drivers were just enlightened about us. And I know that they want to be, and they're friendly, and I'm friendly to them.
I think what they would really like for them to understand is that they do want to provide a good service. They do want to give them an enjoyable ride. They want to give them a safe ride. They just need to know how to do that. And bus drivers cannot read a customer's minds.
So the key is education. The key is making your needs known. People can't read your minds.
I'm a firm believer that anything that is thrown at us in life, you find a way to overcome. That's part of the human spirit. And I see that really manifest in them. Very tremendous strength. I mean, people can live their life as a victim if they want, or they can say, I choose to overcome. And what I see is these people, particularly those who ride with us, choose to overcome, and I admire that.
So the fact that they're out and they're living and they're not letting it be a disability is incredible. You got to give them kudos. It's incredible what they're doing. We just need to do our part to make sure that they're able to enjoy that to the fullest.
I don't go in the transit mall. Oh, you don't? No, it drives me crazy. Why? Because it is a big open space and there's tons of noise.
I actually find the transit center outside more disorienting because the buses all pull up, then when a bunch of them pull up at once and they have the beeping of the thing being lowered when they're opening the doors and the loud motors and then all the announcements going off, that, I find that overwhelming.
We do have times where there's only a couple of us there, and it might take us a few minutes to be able to go out into a system.
A lot of times they just need some orientation. They hear the babies crying, they hear the angry or joyful people, and they can't hear where the customer service desk is.
I'm just in awe of them getting around the way they do, and you know, walking through a transit can be very scary, I'm sure, for them.
Oh, here, doggy, right over here. Can you hear me? Right here, doggy. Right here, doggy. Right over here.
A lot of people see the dog and they think, oh, the dog can see. So I'm going to talk to the dog and I'm going to give information to the dog because the dog is leading the person and the dog can see. So I should probably tell the dog where to go.
Actually, if you could give me directions and not my dog, that'd be great, because she can only take commands from me, and it's a bit of a distraction if someone else is giving her commands.
Oh, thanks. That's great information. Thank you.
Great. I need to buy a reduced fare 30-day pass.
Okay, it's $22.50
Okay?
on your card. Okay.
Yes. Actually, if you could fold this on the line and then unfold it, that would be great. That would give me a line to follow.
Idea.
Yeah, to sign my name.
Okay. There you are.
Okay.
Signing a receipt, you can't just hand it to them and ask them to sign it. So informing us how to crease it, to fill that crease to sign. Also, not addressing a CNI dog when they come in, trying to get their attention to the counter, but addressing the person itself because they're a working animal. So things like that really help us with our job to help them.
And there's your pass.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, to get out of here and back to Bay, I'm going to need to catch the one at Bay V.
Oh,
How
sure,
would I do that?
Well, pointing, I guess, really doesn't help you very much.
No.
And you go forward and then you want to go to the left. Okay, so do I go, how far to the left do I go after I go forward? And is it better if I go forward? Does that mean I cross one bus lane, two bus lanes? Should I cross in the middle? Should I cross all the way down to the left? And then once I do that, how far left do I go? Is there any sort of landmark? So more detail, not just you go left and right, but very, very minute detail.
Well, you exit the door go left through the door.
Okay.
And to the crosswalks, cross to the right. And when you get to the far side after crossing both crosswalks, it'll be the first one on the right. Baby.
Oh, so I'm going towards,
You're walking north on as long as High Street.
oh, you have me going down. Okay, got it. So I go down to High Street, turn to the right, cross the two, and it's the first to the right. Okay. And then the bus stop at Commercial and Mission, is that near a crosswalk? Is there any construction
so there's a
going on?
traffic light there at
Okay.
Commercial and Mission. So either if you're crossing north or if you're crossing to the east, there's a crosswalk and a light there.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow, they have so much work to do. And so, you know, for us, it seems simple, these little steps that we're helping with them, but it's big steps for them. And so, you know, anything that we can do to make it easier for them is pretty simple for us to do, and it's a big step for them to get them to where they need to go. I'm just so impressed with the ability that they can get around and they're trying to get around. So yeah, it's pretty amazing.
For one thing, when you get down there, you get off the bus, not only is the noise of the buses there as a background, white noise I call it, it's never a setting the same. It's never the same. Sometimes when it's raining, or the wind's blowing through there, and you got the buses parked and they're saying their little story of what route they are and what bay they're at. A lot of times you just can't hear that.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I'm a transit host. Do you need help getting somewhere?
Yeah, it's a little noisy out and I'm kind of disoriented, but I need to get inside and get... The transit host, if he sees me and I don't look like I know what's going on, he doesn't hesitate to come over and talk to me. Can I help you today? And now I've been in there enough times that he knows my name and I know his name.
We do have a transit host that is out on the transit. And a lot of the times they can ask the driver to call ahead and let the transit host be aware that there is somebody coming in that's sight impaired. And they can actually help them get into the customer service office. I think that's a great service.
I'd like to get a reduced fare month pass. I'm glad the transit host is there. They'll ask me if I need help. And a lot of times I'll say, just point me back down to Bay F, or the end of Bay F at the curb down there. And I'll wait for my partner that I have to meet up with. Or if I need to go inside, if I need to go to the bathroom. I'm glad the transit host is there. Thank you very much. Daniel, you still here?
Yes, I am.
I've never been able to find the restroom. Can you show me the way to it?
I sure can. Here's my elbow. And it's the first right here.
All right, thanks. I needed to know where that was.
You are very welcome.
You kind of have to embrace blindness. You can't be afraid. I mean, if these people want to get out and go and be independent, there's several easy steps. One of them is to get a hold of the transit center, get training to a local bus stop, have her ride with you downtown to the transit center, introduce you to the inside the lobby.
And don't be afraid to ask us any questions. We can always come out from behind the counter and assist them to the door or out to the out to the transit where the buses are. So they can absolutely ask us for any assistance they need.
A lot of it is you just got to communicate. If you get lost or you don't know or you're disoriented. During the daytime, they got the transit guy down there, the courtesy guy, which I love that guy.
I don't know firsthand the training that Blind Skills provides, but I've seen the results of it. It definitely prepares people for riding our service. As far as chariots, we have an employee who works with people who are learning to ride, people such as those who are sight impaired. And we have an employee, Lisa Carrion, who will actually accompany those people on the bus for rides and talk with them and help them become oriented and teach them how to ride.
Your cane becomes your, I guess you could call it your antenna on the ground. You got to train yourself for this. As your right foot takes a step, your cane will be to the left. And also the canes have a ball on the end. If you're on a hard surface, you learn to listen to the ball. You can hear little brick linings. You can hear sheet metal. If you can't see, you have to always listen. And if you're going to go find a bus stop in a busy street, like Skyline or Kubler or something like that, you're going to have to deal with extra noise. So what I did was I had them train me on how to find a bus stop 3 blocks from my house that was in a residential area. Hello, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Fine. I got $1.50 here for a day pass.
Okay.
I don't know how it goes in there. Can you do it for me?
Okay. There you go. Oh, right there.
How's the seat?
Driver's side, per seat.
Okay. I'm going to be getting off at Liberty and Madrona. Can you let me know?
It does announce it on the bus.
Sometimes with all this fan noise, I can't hear very good. Can you just holler at me?
Okay.
Thank you, driver.
Welcome.
My name is David Nichols, and I have been a bus driver for 5 years. First thing that we have to worry about is the safety of the bus. We have to know what's going on around us, traffic conditions, everything that's going on, so our mind is on traffic and keeping the bus safe, keeping all the people on the bus safe. The second thing that we're looking at is bus stops. Are there people at bus stops? A lot of people stand away from a stop that don't want the bus. They're just standing there. And we've grown so accustomed to, you know, a head shake or something telling us either they want the bus or they do not want the bus, that we don't really pay attention to everything else. If we see a cane, we know, or a CNI dog, we know, okay, this person may want my bus. But there are people who do not, they fold their cane up and they tuck it under their arm and we can't see them. We have no way of knowing if that person is even seeing impaired. If we saw something that told us that this person has a disability, we need to go the extra mile for this person, absolutely we're going to stop.
I didn't realize you wanted this bus.
Is this a number 8?
It is the number 8.
Yeah.
You're standing a long ways from the bus stop, and I didn't see your cane, so I didn't know that that you wanted this bus.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the number 8. I'm trying to get to Madrona.
Okay, this is your bus.
All right, right on.
You need some assistance, or you got it?
I got it.
Okay.
Hey, could you slide this for me?
Yes. There you go.
Thanks. Do you know if there's any open seats in the front?
The curb side behind the restrainment area is open. Do you need any assistance?
I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bob, he's not just seeing impaired, but he's also very hard of hearing. And so he doesn't hear the bus come up. And so when we got to his stop, you know, you look over, there's several buses that stop at that stop. And so you think, okay, they want the other bus. Well, when you put 2 and 2 together and see the CNI dog, okay, maybe he does want this bus. And that's when you get out and you ask him.
Excuse me, sir. Did you want the 10?
Yes, I was going to
Okay, I didn't know you wanted the bus. Do you need any assistance?
Yes, I don't know where the door is.
Yeah. All right.
I think you need to see this.
Thank you. Okay, I have someone in the front area. Let me check and see if I can get her to pull up her stroller and move for you.
Isn't this one of the new buses with side passenger seats?
Yes,
Side
it
seats
is.
in the back?
Yes, it is.
I would rather not.
We had people in the front of the bus, and of course I asked Bob, you know, do you want me to ask this person to move?
Yes.
The front section is reserved for the disabled and the elderly. He did not want to disturb this person. He just wanted to know that there was a seat that sat sideways so that he had room, because he's a very tall person. So, you know, you just guide him up the stairs and help him get situated, and then you go back to driving. When a seeing impaired person gets on my bus, the first thing that they typically say is, I want off at this stop.
Good. How are you?
Doing great. I'd like to get off at Waldo Middle School, please.
Waldo Middle School, okay?
The bus does not always announce each stop, and so we need to know which stop that they're getting at so that we can make sure that they get off at the right stop. Bob doesn't hear the announcements, and so he needed special attention because when we get to his stop, we're sitting there waiting, but he's not moving because he doesn't know that we're there. And so that's where you have to go back and get Bob and direct him off the bus.
We're at the Croc Center, sir.
Thank you.
Do you need any assistance getting down?
Yes, I will need assistance.
Okay.
Yes, again. Thank you.
Okay, we got a small step down. There you go.
Thank you.
Oh, and I see that on the 12th at 6 a.m. there's going to be construction, so they're going to have this closed off. They're going to have a temp sign out at the street.
So this station will be closed. This
On the
stop
12th,
will be
this,
closed
this
on the
stop
12th.
will be closed. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so very much.
You're welcome. Have a good day. We're at Waldo Middle School. We're away from the curb a little bit because the car parked in the way.
Is there a possibility you could walk me to the bus stop? I'm not
Absolutely.
sure. I'm not really oriented here.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
We pulled up to a stop in front of Waldo, and there was a car parked at the stop. We stayed away from the curb, and that disoriented Melanie, and she asked if I could help her to get to the sign so that she knew where she was, so that she could, when she gets to the sign, she knows exactly where she needs to go. You want to absolutely make sure that they're just not walking off the bus into somebody, that they know that it's clear both to the left and the right of them when they come off, and that there's not a pole or something in front of them.
And here we are at the stop.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, you have a good day.
You too.
I did not understand just how important orientation is to somebody who is sight impaired. Where you stop the bus. A perfect example on one of our locations, Lancaster and Sunnyview, sometimes traffic is way backed up, and the shelter is very close to the intersection of Sunnyview. If traffic is backed up, it's very easy for a driver to stop the bus perhaps 30, 40 feet shy of the shelter and let people off. And if you do that with somebody who is sight impaired, they become disoriented unless you let them know where you're letting them off. If you do not realize that person is sight impaired and you allow them to deboard, exit the bus, they have no idea where they're at. And I don't think I have an appreciation for just how significant that is for those individuals.
We are all kind of reminded that we are ambassadors for people with our disability, and I think that holds true for anyone with any disability. It's up to the person with a sight impairment to tell the person who is trying to help them the best way that they can help them.
It's important for the blind person to tell the driver what it is that they need, and most often it's going to be, I need help finding my stop.
Sometimes the automated announcements don't work, and the person has no idea where the bus is at and what stop is theirs.
And the thing the driver needs to be aware of is that we aren't necessarily going to know the cross street. We can't tell you it's at Dearborn because somebody gave us the address.
Some people use landmarks to orient themselves. Some people use streets. Some people don't even know their streets. And the person is telling them what street they're at, and that's not how they get around. In which case, it is very helpful if the bus driver knows where they're getting off and can tell them, okay, you wanted Madrona and Liberty, and here we are, we're at your stop.
And during the course of their trips on the route that they normally drive, if they could pick up on what the street numbers are, because that's going to ultimately pay off a lot when they have to deal with blind folks.
What I do now as a little challenge and a good way to spend a couple hours in a day to get to know people, routes, I'll go downtown, I buy a day pass, and I can go anywhere and pick a bus. Hear any of them that I can hear that go places that I don't know about. Do it again the next week, and pretty soon it'll be like on your normal route, you'll start hearing the announcements and you'll get to know where you're at, and you'll be familiar with people getting on and off.
You want to seek help from professionals. So if you qualify for the services for the Oregon Commission for the Blind, you want to sign up with us and you want to get orientation and mobility training that can teach you how to use a cane and travel around safely and use the bus system. You want to call the Transit Center and you want to talk to Lisa, the travel trainer, and you want her to work with you on traveling safely. We work in partnership with Blind Skills. We refer clients there for support and for skills and independence. Marja and others have participated in panel discussions with us in helping our clients to kind of realize what they can do as a blind person and the things that they can accomplish, and that they do have opportunities and they can get the skills to do things that everyone else is doing.
I intend to use this video in the Blind Skills office when we have people that are newly blind who are afraid to use the fixed route bus system, that it's okay. People will be there to help you. Ask questions, you will be supportive. You've got a travel trainer that is willing to work with you one-on-one to help use the bus system, so you can be as independent as those white cane users that people see around town and sometimes may think that we don't have that much of a vision problem, or maybe we're faking it. No, we just have confidence in what we're doing, and by using the fixed route buses, it is a huge boon to our independence to go where we want to go when we want to go.
You can sign up for Chariot's travel training online at www.chariots.org. On the main menu, click on How to Ride. On the travel training page, click on the travel training application form. Blind Skills Inc. offers many resources, including 2 support groups a month at their offices in downtown Salem. You can find them online at www.blindskills.com or call them at 503-581-4224.